committee. Mr. DeFazio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I thank the ranking member for that. I have to run to a press event, and then I'll be back. I consider this, first off, I'm concerned that we're merging two totally unrelated subjects here. Certainly the acquisition failure is important. Whether it merits a hearing or not, I'm not sure, but it certainly shouldn't be taking away from a focus on the El Faro tragedy. This was totally preventable, and I think there are a number of factors and things that require the attention of the subcommittee. First off, there's real questions about the Coast Guard's whether their budget is adequate to carry out this very, very important function. I think it's not. I think we've spread them too thin, and they are relying far too much on classification societies without any substantial oversight of those classification societies. And from some in the industry, I understand there's classification. There are companies who do a good job, and there are other companies, if you pay them, they will certify your rust bucket as seaworthy. Now, that's just not right. And that really requires some scrutiny. It also requires us to question how we got to that point and what we can do to rectify that. I think that the Coast Guard should have resources adequate to minimally to oversee these classification societies. Perhaps we need to have some sort of a system where we either certify them or decertify them for U.S. certification. Now they can go to these non-existent countries with these registries and certify rust buckets. We can't control that, but we can control whose certifications we accept here in the United States of America. And that, I think, played a substantial role in this, plus real questions about, obviously, the management of tote and the training that tote provided, the adequacy of the life-saving supplies on the ship, all the questions about when the ship had a major conversion, why it wasn't considered a major conversion, and therefore they didn't have to upgrade things, what brought that about, which might have saved lives in this case. There's just a host of questions. And I hope we can really drill down on that, and I hope we don't get distracted with the second panel. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Ranking Member. And we don't.